What's up, Dangerous Catch? I have a new Steven Universe review, as indicated by the fact that I have the tiny floating whale here.
Ooh!
Thank you, tiny floating whale. We are talking about Catch and Release, and this is the 70th episode, I believe, of Steven Universe. I forgot what episode number it is in the second season, blah, blah, blah. Well, we get to see Steven's nightly routine of brushing his teeth, going to the bathroom. We actually get to see the bathroom, and kind of polishing off his gem, which actually it never occurred to me, like, oh yeah, that's part of his body. He probably has to Windex that thing or something. It starts out, a tiny bit creepy, because Peridot is in his bedroom and kidnaps him in a desperate attempt to get off the Earth, trying to force him, by threat of death, to heal the homeworld pad. It doesn't work, and the gems show up to save Steven from her and poof her. I mean, it was a nice little battle because they've learned from their previous fights, and they were onto her tricks. So she was kind of out of tricks this time and got taken out. The end of the episode. Goodbye. Oh, wait, there's more, isn't there? That's right, because she starts going off before she gets attacked by the gems to Steven that she is terrified of the cluster. The cluster, the cluster, the cluster. She needs to get off this planet before the cluster. She's actually mentioned this briefly in other episodes. She's mentioned the cluster in Jailbreak. She mentions we need the planet has a expiration date in the friendship episode, and she talks about it more blatantly here, which gets Steven to wonder, like, wait, what the hell is she talking about? And to be honest, when she mentioned the cluster in Jailbreak, I kind of assumed she was talking about the fused gem clusters or something like that, but apparently not. So this has Steven really bothered, while the other gems are just fine. They like, oh, we saved the day, we captured her, we can throw her into the collection. But he decides to free her, and without her prosthetics, which apparently that was, she's tiny, which is kind of hilarious. She's somewhat less threatening, being Steven's height, and the fact that, she doesn't really have her weapons. I mean, her handgun and her, like, bubble shield, force field thing, she's kind of without them. So she's kind of like a big green cat, which is kind of funny. And she's obviously frustrated back that she's been kind of depowered and defanged at this point. She breaks free, and of course the gems chase her into the bathroom, where she's never seen a bathroom before, being an alien, which is kind of funny. She like studies the place and runs around and doesn't know what to do with herself. She's terrified of toothbrushes and stuff like that. One of my favorite bits is her in the toilet spinning around, and the gems. What I like is the gems instantly trust Steven when he starts talking about the cluster, like, oh, instead of just blowing it off. And Steven's gets his chance to talk to her, and she doesn't really reveal what the cluster is, but you get this feeling that she's kind of desperate and has kind of nowhere else to turn. She needs their help, and they need her help apparently. So they're kind of going to be in this situation for a while with her there. With possibly maybe the promise of her being redeemed and maybe joining the crew of sorts. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we'll see how far she helps them. I mean, she could go all the way and do a Vegeta turn where she's kind of a genocidal bastard, and then by forced circumstances kind of join the side of the good guys, or maybe she'll just be on their side just for convenience, like until she can not be on their side. I don't instantly trust her, and neither should the gems. But one of the things I I really like in this episode is Steven really is a true hero. I mean, this character Peridot has tried to murder them over and over again, and even like committed, helped commit war crimes against the gem fusion clusters. It was totally cool with destroying all life on Earth, and yet now that she needs his help, he's willing to give it to her. And that's just, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of amazing that he is willing to help anybody. So this episode's pretty fun. It's very nice, fast paced too. I mean, it starts right off. This is one of those episodes that is able to get a lot in 11 minutes. Even leaving me wanting more. I really could have gone for a whole 20-minute episode on this one. But I know this is the beginning of a new plotline, and the fact that, okay, there's this lingering threat on the planet that they didn't know about. And I'm now trying to wonder, I'm contemplating going back to certain episodes to see, is the cluster been there? Have we seen the cluster? Is there some kind of Easter egg here and there, like, oh, here's this threat right here? Is there something that they kind of suspect that is there that they just don't know about? We'll see. I'm very curious to how this plotline will start out. I think that's all I have. God, some of the jokes are just funny. Amethyst is very funny in this. I love the reaction when she jumps out in front of the crystal gems who are at the counter, discussing and eating pizza. And, just that look on their face is like, how the hell is she out? Very great episode. Very enjoyed it very much. Obviously, Steven, you know what I'm saying? You should check it out because it's an entertaining episode, and also I think it's kind of plotty, so it's seemingly important one. I think that's it for now. If you want to help support me, continue doing awesome comics like Red Knight, or support my wife who makes these cool plush dolls, like this tiny floating whale, you may recognize it, or this Tura Tom Servo. She does commissions, or she does original work. Very cool stuff, by the way. Check out the links below. And until next week, push the button, Lindsay.